What's up YouTube, NCG here, bringing you a rundown video of the new OTS 7. Now obviously OTS 7 is officially out today technically, so if your local has a tournament on tonight, you can pick up, you can be one of the first people to pick up an OTS 7 pack for yourself. Now let's go through the leaks that we've had, or the full kind of card list. So we'll start off with the ultimates, as you can see now. Very interesting choices in my opinion straight off the bat. So Herald of Orange Light, I don't know what much to say about that really. It could have been so much more. A lot of people were speculating like an alternate dragon in Ultimate. Now that would have looked beautiful. So I can't really, the only thing I can think of with the Herald of Orange Light is the player that won YCS, because he played that with his World Chalice, and then that could obviously explain Link Spider as well. Now moving on to Link Spider, it could have been better as well. This could have been something like Proxy Dragon. I'm assuming they're holding back Firewall and Borlow Dragon for the tins, hopefully as like a tin art or a tin promo. But it could have been Proxy Dragon. That would have been a better option. Regardless, I'm quite happy for Link Spider because it works with my Dark Magician deck, and it's always nice to kind of get a rarity bump on that. And in Cosmic Cyclone, we knew Cosmic Cyclone a long time ago, and I think it's going to look beautiful. I think all of these ultimates are going to look really nice. I just don't know if they were the best choices. Cosmic Cyclone, really good. Completely happy with that. I think it's a nice kind of card, and I think as an ultimate, if it's done right, if the ultimate art can spiral out with it, it could be one of the nicest looking ultimates around. But needless to say, I don't think these were the best ultimate choices, but still very good. But let us know what you think in the comments below. Now moving on to the supers. Supers a little bit better. These are probably the best thing about the OTS 7. There's a couple of questions that we'll answer when we get there. Now we got Royal Magical Library. Now it's quite nice to see this get a super reprint if it hasn't already had one. So that's quite nice to get. Not that it's meta relevant right now, but you know, a nice little old school card. It would have been nice to get like a super rare Grin Manju, but hopefully that comes in the future at some point. Spiral Tough, you know, no real surprise there, that having a super print. I think the only disappointing thing about that is Spirals are now obsolete, so it might not have been the necessary best time to do it. World Chalice, World Legacy World Chalice, good choice on the super on that one, I believe. The rest are obviously all common, but this is probably the main card that you play that wasn't already a holo, so a good choice on that one. The Strudo, again, happy with that one. We knew that one straight off the bat with Cosmic Cyclone. Magical Citadel, really happy with that one. I think that one as a super reprint is very good, especially with the new resurgence of the Mythical Beasts, and I think it kind of works quite nicely and lends itself to those that are trying to pick them up or was trying to get hold of them as commons, because they only ever had one print. Fossil Dig, nice to see Dinos come back into it a bit as well, so that's probably why Fossil Dig got reprinted as a super, and the super is obviously going to be very nice. Divine Punishment, again, got this in the Fairy deck, so no surprise there that got a reprint. Paleozoic Dynamiscus, again, we kind of expected that there was going to be some Paleozoic super prints coming out, so very good to get hold of that one. Paleozoic Morella and Leonoids, can't see the name from off here, but again, they're both good cards, but they're missing Olenoids, I believe it is. I think it's Olenoids that hasn't had a holo print, so there's one Paleo that gets played more than the rest that hasn't had a super print. Now me, if I was a full-on Toad or Paleo player, that would trigger the hell out of me, so that's quite disappointing and annoying on its own. But you know, the supers are very good in this set. Not all massively relevant, because I don't think any of these are meta defining like super holo cards for you boost ups, but they're good for rogue players that want to pick up the super rarity bumps and stuff like that. Now onto the commons, and the commons are going to get a little bit harder as well. Apologies for the picture quality. There's only so many leaks you can actually find online and get hold of yourself. Prickle Fairy, not really that interested. Insect Princess, again, not really that important. Zeradeus, Herald of the Heavens, again, not really relevant right now. Book of Life, maybe to kind of help promote the vampires for the upcoming set, maybe the same for Zombie World as well. Rare value, obviously there for Crystal Beast, so it's a nice little touchback. It would have been nice to kind of maybe got some of the older Ritual Beasts, the Crystal Beast, sorry, that you didn't get reprinted, so like the Tiger, and what else didn't get reprinted? I think that there was 2, I can't remember off the top of my head, but there was 2 that didn't get reprinted in the set, and it probably should have been in there. Spell Power Grasp, interesting one to kind of get, fairly decent to get. So not the best, but still a decent choice on that one. Wavering Eyes, I don't know why they chose this to be a common reprint. Well, I do. Obviously, it's been used in the meta. It's probably the more relevant, or the most relevant common card there. But still not. I think there could have been better options in that one. Like as a super, I would have liked to have seen Unizombie. I've been crying out that for ages. Pitch Black Power Stone, Token Festival, Lucky Chance, Blowback Dragon, and Gatling Dragon. Blowback and Gatling Dragon, maybe you could argue that a little bit. They always have that one fusion, and that's obviously where Gatling Dragon and the Zeradeus of the Heralds, I believe, comes in. So they always do that, and they're kind of like the short prints or the harder ones to get hold of. But even then, the rest of the commons aren't really mind-blowing or anything that kind of takes your breath away and goes, yeah, I really want to get my OTS 7s of these. In my opinion, this is probably the most disappointing OTS that we've had for a long time, if not ever. But that's my opinion. Anyway, I hope these leaks are, or well, not so much leaks now because they are officially out. I hope these are kind of giving you a bit more information on OTS 7. I still think it's worth going to get your OTS 7 packs because you never know, some of these cards might become relevant in the upcoming future. The Ultimates, again, I personally think they will look nice. They'll look really nice, but I don't think they're as chase worthy as something like Deco Talker or your Strikes or your Invocations. But I still think they're going to look very nice, so definitely pick them up if you want to. Or if you pull some, you know, happy days, you probably get a bit of money, whether you're trading or getting rid of them or keeping them yourself. The Supers are definitely where it's at, in my personal opinion. I think they're the best of this set. Even though some aren't as meta relevant right now, I think getting a super rare upgrade of Destrudo, the Mythical Citadel, and Fossil Dig are 3 really big highlights of that, and then the rest of the supers are all quite good to pick up as well. So the best thing about the OTS 7 is even if you don't pull an ulti, you'll probably be happier pulling some of the supers. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. Until Tuesday next week, guys, where we've got obviously so next week is when the Lair of Darkness deck comes out, so that's going to be a very interesting run-up week. I'll probably bring you a quick look into the Lair of Darkness deck on the Tuesday, and then on the Thursday bring you a full-on deck profile or opening of the Lair of Darkness. So thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Till Tuesday next week, guys. See ya.